All right, so I made this video because I only found one other person doing a catch can on a Promaster, and it's in Spanish, and it's a really poor quality. Not that my video is any better of like angles or detail, but you'll see that I cut the existing hose and splice it off. I had extra parts from another catch can, so if you do need to go to the store and get some splits that tie into a larger hose to a smaller hose that comes with this universal catch can from Advanced Auto. You'll have to do that. But I believe the hose that's on there is a 1/2 inch. So it should tie in to that, and then the hose provided, which would fit perfectly on the actual catch can itself. Otherwise, the tools that I used were some metal cutters to cut the hose and some self-start screws. I used 3 of them, and it mounts on this dripping pan. So a lot of people know that the Promaster has this drip kind of pan piece of metal at the top. And if you know that that goes down onto the engine, and there's 2 bolts. So I forget the guy on YouTube, but you should buy his parts at either, like, you can buy something that directs the water from that area to go somewhere else, which a lot of people do, because those bolts will rust in place on your engine. And if you ever need to do work on like the intake manifold or anything, you can't get them off. So what I bought is these little plugs, plastic plugs, from this guy. Promasters Only is the YouTube channel. So go buy those. But otherwise, it's pretty simple. I tied it into the existing hose, and yeah, I used some hose clamps, and it's really easy. So enjoy. Okay, so I have a 2019 Promaster with the 3.6 Pentastar, and I am installing an oil catch can. It's a universal Dorman from Advanced Auto, and this was the hose on it. So the out and in into the intake, located right down here for the intake manifold, and this was the out from the air intake, which the box is right here in the filter. So this is the out, this is the in. You can see right there, barely. So I took that off. Now this only gives me, I think it's a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, 15/23 inch. And I have these adapters left over from putting an oil catch can on my Challenger, which work perfect. So I'm gonna cut this hose in half. I know it's not the best, adds more areas to catch like oil, whatnot, particles, but that's what I have to do, because this piece and this is way larger than this entry and exit on the oil catch can. Now that that's done, I'm going to attach them back on. This one needs a hose clamp. This one other sat without a hose clamp on it, so I think it'll be all right. And I'm gonna twist it because the in is going to be on the right side, mounted on the right side. So I twisted this hose, that way it just feeds right up to it. Now I just need to measure it out and get this other one on. Need to put this on this little nipple right here. Okay, so I got this connected right here, and let me zoom in. Yeah, right there. Tighten down with, and I'm using self-tapping screws like this. Good. Check and see if anything's behind it. And seems to be pretty secure. There's not going to be much movement, but I'll do a third right there. Do it. So now it's mounted. I will hose clamp in this piece. Got I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down. So let's see, spin it. In hindsight, I should have maybe did a little bit more. On this one. Probably can change it. That's secure. It's solid. Now I'm going to measure out the rest of this hose. Put it on the other end. The other end's down here. Needs about there, a couple inches. Just so I'm cutting this. And the other side has this lip on it, so I'm not putting any I'm putting the fastener on there. The hose. Take that back off and then put the hose clamp on, and it should be done. So I have the hose clamp, putting it on the inside, in meaning it's marked on the actual oil catch, and I'm just going to tighten that down, bend that so it's not rubbing on this hose, because there will be vibration. Okay, so that's tightened. I bent this back so it doesn't rub on this hose right here. That would be terrible to get like a hole in there. So it will shake when it's driving on the road. Now it won't move. This is all secure. All I have to do is put this back. There's two little holders for it with plastic. Kind of just slides in. And take 13 millimeter socket. Just tighten it down. That's it. So again, it's going from this area right here up onto the inside, in meaning it's labeled on that side as in, and that's where the air would flow. And then after it's done filtering, taking in oil, whatever it catches, it'll come back out clean into the engine. That is the Promaster 2019 Promaster Oil Catch Can.